Prime Minister's promised to be much harsher at the borders to try to stop more COVID-19 coming into this country. But what she's announced today, I'm not sure it's going to cut it. We should be quarantining absolutely everyone coming home from overseas, and we're not. What we're doing instead is we're only quarantining people who already have symptoms, who don't have plans to self-isolate at home, and who don't have plans to get home by themselves to self-isolate. Everyone else can come in and go into regular self-isolation like the rest of us. So you want to know what the problems with that is? Well, people might not have symptoms yet when they arrive, but they might still be carrying COVID-19 and then getting sick later. In self-isolation, they can still go to the supermarket, so there is still a way that they can make others sick. And really, are we still doing this thing where we're trusting people to do the right thing? Come on. That is how COVID-19 arrived here in the first place. We hoped that people would self-isolate for a couple of weeks after arriving here, and yet look, we have cases of community transmission that we can't explain. And we've heard countless stories of people ignoring the rules and instead going on helicopter rides. These border controls aren't good enough. We need to go harder. Our cases of COVID-19 are almost all still popping up in people who are travelling here and in their close contacts. And just yesterday, 100 people were stopped at the borders. 8 of them tested positive. Now, I want to be clear about how important quarantining at the border is. This isn't an idea just dreamed up by a layperson like me. This is a call coming from Professor Michael Baker, who, as I've said before, is an advisor to the Health Ministry on how to deal with pandemics. We can't afford to have more cases coming in all of the time and going into the community, because what that will mean is more lockdowns and longer lockdowns. Tonight's lockdown is already going to cost us billions and billions of dollars. We can't afford to keep doing it. We need to tighten up more at the borders.